as understands the structure of the earth and the attitude or the connections of human to the earth. And so they have evolved out languages, which is like a coded word, sacred word to connect to most of these. And they call it Ofo, or they call it Ayajo, or they also have some of other name for it.
Aya is
Ayajo, Ofo, which it depends on the locality which they use. But so Ofo is kind of like a mantra, and it's a charged word that you use when you recite it. It connects you completely to. It's like having a passport that or visa that allow you to enter into a territory. So Ofo allow you to connect to the energy of natural elements around. Yeah. So now let's look at how they understand about the earth that's standing on the water. And so when the earth is standing on the water, they make a special connection to the earth by connecting to that source of that earth. Like what we are doing right now, we're connecting to the earth. Our foot is on that, and it's connecting to that energy, and it connects to your feet, and it bring that energy into the whole part of your body. So it's a kind of a healing process. And the project about Alaaragbo, which is recognize the essence of tree to us. Alaaragbo. Yeah. But in literally, if you want to translate it in literally, it means that a body of the forest. You know. And in that project connects me to understand that as a human, most every essence of you, of your growth, is derived from plants, the fruits, the medicine, you know. And the Yoruba understand that, you know, this they call Agbo, which is like the Agbo. So Agbo is the mixture that you extract from tree, from leaves, you know, and so become like a water. So they extract the water that the tree has accumulated from the earth for a longer time. So this water has evolved several kinds of healing energy that is combined together. And they also know that when you bring this different kind of leaves or tree or roots together, it produces several kind of different energy that heal the body. So the project Alaaragbo is exploring that tendency.
How? Yes.
Yeah. And so when I explore that, I'm trying to bring out the essences of different kind of element that goes along in tree, in plants, in earth, and for you to connect to that. And because that is the problem we're having right now, we are disconnected completely from the earth. We live separate, you know. So until we connect back to that, like we're doing now, when you connect back to earth, a lot of things keep changing in your body, and that is our disconnection from the earth that we have this pandemic. Yeah. So because we live, we have become, our body, our environment has become like kind of an artificial magnets that come into the hair, and the hair is sending it back to us. And when you put it, it change your respiratory elements, systems, and you couldn't breathe very well. So, and that is why it's very difficult for the pandemic to penetrate into Africa more. Because in Africa, we still in some part, they still use natural elements of the earth for healing. And that is the only thing that can heal us from this pandemic. The natural element that is not chemicalized, that is not processed in a more like in a mechanical way that we are doing that. So the element of when you pick this water, it has a lot of salt in it. And that salt is very, very essential to our beingness. You know, and that is the element of the olokun which is Okun.
Olokun.
Olokun, this is Okun, you know, and that is the sea, the energy of the sea. And when you look at that, when you drink the water, when you put it in your body and even take the sound, this when you rub it on your skin and let it penetrate into your skin, it has a special energy that penetrates your body, you know. So these are special things that our nature has for us, and you do not need to go and begin to move from several places to get it. It's everywhere. So until you understand that energy, until you understand the language, until you feel it and embody that energy, and until that time, you begin to run and you begin to live in an artificial life. So, and that is the energy of the feminine energy.
So the feminine energy, if I follow you, is not only in the sea. It's also in the trees.
It's also in the tree.
Because
yes.
of
It is the energy of manifestation. It is the energy that makes things happen. For example, let's bring it into the human. You know, it is the feminine energy that, like a laboratory, when the masculine they come into a collaboration, and there is this water that come into the part of the body of the water that come together, and when it come together, it is deposited in the body of the feminine energy, and it is that feminine energy that care for that water and nurture that water into and bring that energy of manifestation, which we call ashe. You know, ashe, and it transplants the ashe into that womb, and the ashe begin to walk and begin to bring out the hair, the nose, the mouth, and walk like that miraculous element that bring out all those forms.
So you mean the water in the tree, in the leaves, and that's...
Yeah, so there are concentration of that in the body of the feminine energy.
Sure.
Yeah,
because
and the water,
water.
And it is that same water that the water that comes from the body of the man, of the masculine and the feminine, and it come into one and deposited in that sacred water in the body of the feminine body. And so that water begin to form, because that is the ashe, begin to form life, begin to bring out forms, begin to shape it into different, and also we have the collaboration of the masculine, which the Yoruba call Obatala.
Obatala.
You know, so that masculine now begin to help work with collaboration, with strict collaboration with the feminine energy, and that evolved out the form of the human. But the laboratory is the feminine energy. So, and that is why the water is a feminine energy. The sun is a feminine energy.
The sun as well?
Yes, it's a feminine energy. So most of those reality that manifest are the feminine energy that bring out the manifestation of life. You know, and the masculine understand that. In the ancient time, they begin to now gradually to begin to subjugate the feminine energy, and are controlling, because
what does the moon?
Yeah, well, the moon and the moon actually is, some areas will call it masculine, in some other this thing, but in some other areas we call it, like the Yoruba. Like I said, the Yoruba don't assign most of this, especially these specific ones they know. Yeah, so these specific ones that they see as more magnificent, like the water, like the sun, so these are the energy that really sacred. You know, so, and that's why the Yoruba will say, and that's why they say when they talk about the Aje in the Yoruba, they see it as the feminine energy. Aje is the power of manifestation that say it is and it must be.
The power of manifestation.
Yeah. So it is that power. So the Alaaragbo is that, you know, borrowing from that concept of understanding the natural tendency of the elements of nature, especially the tree, the earth, the water, and the earth especially, and all other things that are on the earth, the trees that are sitting on that, and you know, the tree has this power of connecting in the earth to every element there. It transports to every, and it is that thing that does not have boundary. Tree does not have boundary. It connects, and it connects to every nature on why they're sitting now. You could trace the roots of a one tree to different country.
Yes, and there is also in the water.
In the water.
The plants.
So yeah, the plant. So they connect to every, and so that is what Yoruba would say, Alaaragbo ni mi. And so when they say that I'm Alaaragbo, it means that they have a lot of energy that's spread all over the world, that they connect to that. You connect to me, and that's why we are here. So you are part, we are part. It is not our meeting today and being here, it is not accidental.
No.
So it is sacred that the three of us are coming and bringing this energy together, and we must sit out in the Okun and we'll talk what we're talking about. So this is what about Alaaragbo is connecting to your elements that are spread all over the world.
And so I was